Hello, this is Dave Burgert. Hey, I want to show you a little task here I'm going to do with Octopus Deploy and a PowerShell script using a feature called RunBooks. So a scenario happened at a request this week. If I'm a user and I need to see some files on a server that I don't have access to because of security or compliance, what's a way for me to get access to view files in a directory? In this case, the example was somebody uploaded a file to an sftp server, needed to be able to see whether or not a file was actually uploaded or not, what the file name was, and what the file size was. Ended up needing to go through a very toilsome process, right? File a service desk ticket, get someone to have access to the machine, go look at the directory and say, yep, there's a file there, etc., etc. So what's a good way to allow a user to have a self-service option to do that? I'm going to show you how to do that today. So I have a very basic PowerShell script here called list files. And this get files method is something I snagged off of Stack Overflow. And it's very basic. I have a folder called sftp. That's to emulate the root of an sftp server. Pretend this is a user account name. There's a request directory. And then there's a series of files that get put into there. This job will basically iterate through those directories and files and show the name. We'll go ahead and run this so you can see what it looks like. As expected, it shows two files here. And we can pretty this up and change it up. We'll do that a little bit later if we need to. But for the most part, I just want to demonstrate this is the PowerShell script that's running and showing a directory. Now, what I want to do now is build a runbook within Octopus Deploy. And I have a project called Sandbox RunBooks. And I have a runbook with a step called list files. And this one is pretty simple. It's going to run a script. It's going to run a version of this script that I have. The difference here is I'm actually prompting for a variable called sftp path. I don't want to have the user be able to hit any directory on the server. I really want to jail them into this root, allow them to type in a username. So I've actually scoped a variable in Octopus Deploy called sftp path, where they'll have to type it in and prompt it in. The expectation there is they'll type in the username, whatever directory structure you need to do that. Anything else here we need to look at? I think it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. It's basically going to run that script and show it here. So I have a virtual machine running. I have an Octopus agent assigned to that. So what we can do is we can go ahead and run this runbook, and it really should work as expected, right? We're going to run it on my development environment that has one node, and we're going to type in this subfolder path, and we're going to hit run. So the idea there is now there's a browser-based tool that a user can use in order to view the files on the server. We'll go to task log. Hey, there we go. So don't need to have access to the server, don't need a RDP, can just have a user find a runbook that they want to do, in this case list files on sftp server, and then click the run button to run it, and then look at the results. We'll go ahead and run that again if you like. Or actually, let's do some fun. Let's actually just remove a file just to show you what it looks like. And I'm using what's called a polling agent. So this actual VM is running on my machine, and it's polling the cloud server at Octopus Cloud, and it's kind of getting those commands and then running it locally here, which is pretty cool, using what's called a tentacle. So we have one file here now. If we run it, it should do as we expect. And we'll go to the task log view, and we should see one file in that path, which we do. So again, wanted to show a very quick and simple demo of a runbook and a simple PowerShell script, just to really show how self-service IT using Octopus RunBooks may be an option for you. Again, David Burgert, thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.